Hey everybody, welcome to The Drugs Don't Work, They Just Make You Worse. But I'll give them a go anyway. Today is a little bit of a sad day because this, as I said last time, is the last episode of My Little Pony and Friends that I can watch because there are no more. This is it, the last one, and now that I'm saying that out loud, I'm actually getting quite sad about it. It's been quite a ride, hasn't it? We've seen all sorts of horrors throughout this series, and now they will be no more. Well, unless, of course, I just go back and rewatch them for the fun of it rather than reacting to them. But I have had great fun watching these and watching them with you, of course, and I will just say, if you have not actually seen these full episodes, please go and find them out. Don't just rely on my reaction to them to get what you know about them. Go and watch them. They're brilliant. The chances of anyone who's watching me watching them who hasn't already watched them, though, is minimal, so that's probably not an issue. What am I talking about? I don't know. I think I'm just rambling to buy myself a little bit more time before this is over. Well, let's put it on, shall we? And see if it lives up to the promise that the last episode of a series, yes, episode, it's another one of the great words that I've invented, episode of the series. I'm going to miss this theme song. I'm going to miss having this theme song at the start of videos when I do this, even though I don't include them in the video, but I'm going to miss listening to this video. So just stop wordsing, Farrell. Okay.
You are cordially invited to a weekend frolic. Please bring the newborn twins.
Oh no.
This party is in their
Oh no, it's them.
Newborn twins get to go and we don't.
Oh, not them as well.
The party is for them, baby tic-tac-toe. I'm sorry.
Does anybody else smell a trap here?
Newborn twins get all the attention. I say we do something about it.
Oh dear.
Look at me. I'm a duck.
Okay. Actually a duck.
Baby Quacker, why are you going to all this trouble?
'Cause only babies get noticed round here are newborn twins.
Okay, so it's your standard I'm begging for attention, give me attention thing then.
Quacker?
It doesn't mean we love them any more than we love you.
It doesn't mean we love them any more than we love you. We just give them all the attention and leave you to crave it.
Have you ever seen anything so glamorous? Not since I looked in the mirror this morning, darling.
A bedroom has been prepared for you. Dinner is at 8 sharp.
So they got to stay overnight then.
This is more like a barn.
Gordon Bennett, all of them would have been able to fit into one of those beds. This seems a little extravagant, even for royalty.
Have you seen my brother? Can you help me rescue him?
What? A rescue already?
We just got here.
And we only just got here. Well, I would help you rescue him, but it's been a long walk. I'm tired.
Where'd she go?
There's something fishy going on here.
Dinner is served.
My poochie wants fillet mignon.
Fillet mignon. If you're going to mispronounce it properly. Fillet mignon.
I wish I could have the nice pet like what you got.
Ah, my petite fillet, you will very soon.
Yeah, I get the feeling that
Who let those horses in
the
here?
pets are going to be... Oh, maybe not.
Bonjour, ponies.
We're honored, Your Highness.
Good.
I'm not sure it's actually that much of an honour to meet people who basically, in a certain period of France, may not have come off so well.
Ever since the Duchess took the throne...
Watch it, Buster.
Oh dear, excusez-moi. I mean, since the Duchess ascended to the throne...
Never mind. I'm just happy that the two sweet little ponies are here.
You didn't sound so pleased earlier.
They're tired. Take them to the ponies' rooms.
By the way, there was a strange girl in our rooms earlier.
It's alright. She was just a ghost. It's fine.
She must have escaped through another secret passage.
You must have been been seeing things.
You must have been seeing things. Ignore that guy who was barely whispering, saying about some escaped woman.
I was not seeing things.
Watch your mouth, sister. You could be put out to pasture, you know.
That sounds like a terrible threat coming from her.
Let's go to Dumbo Palace and crash their Dumbo party. I don't think that's wise.
Wow, Spike is now very stretchy.
I learned one thing tonight. Being upper class doesn't make you classy.
To be fair, that does seem to be the rule with a lot of the humanoids in this world.
The twins! They're gone!
Oh?
They couldn't have gone far.
Mademoiselle!
Ah, that, big mouth, big mouth. Ah!
We ought to show those newborn twins who's boss.
No, you really shouldn't. I think I've been
Those
shown this song
newborn
before.
twins, they really make me mad.
If they met up with monsters, I'd be
Yes, I've seen that bit in particular where they are talking about feeding them to monsters, or not exactly being upset. No, okay, I have not seen the whole song. I haven't seen them talking about being okay if they were struck by lightning. They're not saying that we're jealous of that we're envious of the attention they're getting anymore. What they are saying, let's kill them, or at least be okay if they died, so we could get some of it.
If someone bought them collars and turned them into pets.
No, now they are actively talking about turning them into pets.
Laughing and cheering, joking and cheering, sneering at those newborn twins.
Yeah, no, it seems that the only part I'd heard was the thing about monsters. The rest of that song was rather unnerving. Not that the monsters thing wasn't. Oh God, let's take those newborn twins, feed them to monsters, get them struck by lightning and turn them into pets. Oh.
I'm the Prince Philippe de Brandefort. This is my palace. Sorry, the accommodations are unpleasant, but the place has gone to seed since my scullery maid usurped the throne.
The Duchess is your cook?
Right, so they've gone with the lunatics have escaped, they're now running the asylum thing then.
The key is on the guard's belt.
Buttons, can you get them?
I think so.
Yeah, that's not going to work. You're going to have to undo his belt first. They're hooked through it.
No good. The belt.
Okay, there you go. Please tell me that comes into play when he tries to chase after them and his trousers fall down. Oh. Yeah, it is. There we go. I got one right.
Oh, there's no way in.
There's no way in. No, because you're looking at a wall. Try looking for a door or an open window.
This tunnel should lead right to the palace guard?
You kind of screwed up there, didn't you, dude?
Look. Oh, I am so happy to have
Yep.
thee, pets
Already
like Mama,
coloured
and we
and
have so much.
don't be so cruel. I may not exactly be that fond of the newborns, but come on. They are children.
Now me not feel good about hoping for it. We gotta save them.
The guards! We must run!
We gotta let them guards stop us from saving newborns. No!
Just use those weird buck teeth of yours. Just bite their fingers off or something. And I know horses can do that. I've been bitten by a horse before and it is not pleasant. Okay, okay, they're just going to run them through then. No, because those are safety rapiers. They've got the little ball thing on the end. Careful, it was holding onto that with its mouth. You're going to take its tooth out.
Philippe! The guards are coming!
Let them. Take a good look at your Duchess. This is how she treats innocent, defenseless babies. Men, whose side will you choose? Hers or that of your true rightful prince?
Well, they've already betrayed you once, mate. I don't think they're going to be above doing it again.
Long live Prince Philippe!
Right, okay, so once they've witnessed a bit of cruelty that they're not party to, they're switching sides again. These guards are more than a little fickle.
And you, Duchess, can have your old job back. in the scullery.
And
You have
what,
to
they're just going to let them go
restore
back to
me my
work? After they've already overthrown you, imprisoned you, and tried to enslave your guests, you're just going to send them to work back in the kitchen?
I owe you a great debt.
I'd say we're about even.
Right, that's the end. That's the end. That is the last My Little Pony and Friends. Well, it's been a bit of a roller coaster bumper ride, hasn't it? With all sorts of happiness and sadness and near tragedy and quite probably a few actual tragedies. And lots of hilarity, usually at animating errors and a failure to escape from easily escapable traps. Well, I've had a whale of a time. I mean, obviously I'm going to go back to watch them all over again just for myself, not for reactions, but yeah. Been fun. I mean, obviously when it comes to G1, I've still got Ponytails to go, but that's still not gonna be this quintessentially 80s mess of animation errors, voice errors, and horrific, horrible, terrifying situations that we just don't get in cartoons anymore nowadays. But anyway, that episode in particular was a bizarre one. As I said at the beginning, that whole situation stank of trap. An invite to a humanoid castle out of the blue just for the newborns sort of screamed trap to me. But of course they were always going to fall for it anyway, because apart from anything else, it wouldn't have been a particularly eventful episode if they'd received the invitation and gone, well, this is obviously a scam, and thrown it away. No trap, no imprisonment, the end. So obviously they were always going to go and fall for the trap. Though I didn't think it was going to be something along the lines of enslaving the newborns as pets. I actually thought it was going to be, like, I don't know, capture them and sell them overseas? I'm not sure how that's better, but it's different. It's a shame this was just a one-part adventure, because I actually would have liked to have seen more made of the baby ponies' envy of the newborns, that they were getting all the attention and that the babies wanted some. Because as it is, it just sort of fizzled out as a story element. It still kind of played a point in the end of, you know, well, we may be envious of them, but yeah, we don't want them to actually become pets to some spoiled brat and then save them and guards, rapiers, the end. Now, I would have loved to have seen some actual resolution to that. The adults actually realising, hang on, yeah, we've got the newborns, we've kind of been neglecting the babies a bit. And the babies realising again, actually, that just because the newborns do get more of the attention, that they aren't loved any less. The problem there is that there was nothing done to demonstrate that that was the actual case. That just kind of became, oh, just because the newborns get all the attention doesn't mean that we don't still love you. Okay, bye then. And nothing. Which then, of course, led to the babies talking about how they'd actually be alright if the newborns died. Which, as I said, I did have a bit of a hint of before, but I had not seen that whole song. I didn't realise just how drastic they were about it. That's the wrong word, but you know what I mean. You know, we'd be alright if they met up with a bunch of monsters. Well, that could just be, well, maybe the monsters will scare them and they'll go, up! And then everything will be okay because someone will come and fight off the monsters. That sort of thing has happened before. But struck by lightning. That is a little more difficult to explain away as, well, no, we only wanted it to sort of tingle them a bit. No, it's lightning! It's deadly! You get a baby carriage struck by lightning with the baby in it. Ain't nobody coming out of that situation well. And of course then, because the adults never really did resolve the whole we still love you just as much as we always did thing, that kind of stuck as the overriding, what's the word, sentiment there. Because there was nothing really to cancel that out, except hang on, we've actually seen them enslaved now. Maybe we went a bit far. Because if they don't actually start to get that attention, that sentiment is going to resurface. Or would, if there was any more to come. Damn, I keep reminding myself of that. So, yeah, moral. A good one is attention your children. Second is, if your older children start displaying signs of psychopathic tendency, maybe look into that. Third is, don't trust any staff that looks a little bit like aristocracy. And fourth, another one, whatever we're on now, D, if you are betrayed by your staff and overthrown and imprisoned, they will probably have learned their lesson by the end of it, so just send them back to their old job. I honestly don't know how relevant that's going to be for anyone nowadays, but that's besides the point. Once again, I think I'm waffling on to not have to bring this to an end, but it's got to be done. So yeah, thank you for sitting through My Little Pony and Friends with me. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. And if the timing of this has come off well, then join me next week for the first episode of Season 9 of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, which again is the last season. So we're in for a run of last seasons of things, it seems. Oh well. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Let's go to Dumbo Palace and crash their Dumbo party.
Have a good trip. Bring me back something French. The twins! They're gone!
Let's get the hell out of here!
The place has gone to seed since my scullery maid usurped the throne.
What are you? I'm French. Why do you think I have this outrageous accent?
I am so happy to have thee pets like Mama.
Oh, no tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.
No, Tumbleweed. You are mine.
Oh well, we tried.
Well done! Splendid!
Get over here!
The guards are after them! We must help them!
I'm gonna cut off your